A very good evening. I'm Aditi Lamba and this is the Wednesday night South Asian news segment on Vision of Asia. Dedicating a week to community empowerment and mobilization of the South Asian voice, heritage and culture, we are bringing you various diverse highlights from the diaspora this week. Providing a glimpse into educational, political and social involvement of South Asians this year, we're also showcasing Bollywood celebrities and several other prominent personalities, really celebrating our community and its strength in numbers and efforts. Do stay tuned on to ITV Gold to see all major activity of the South Asian community. Do reach us with your comments and perhaps your opinions on topics of interest. Email us on events@itvgold.com. Now let's begin the episode for tonight with special highlights featuring Bollywood star and icon Sushmita Sen. Let's begin with the headlines. Sushmita Sen honors InterAmerican Women South Asian Empowerment Awards 2019 in New Jersey. InterAmerican Arts Council presents Rajat Gupta's Mind Without Fear interactive session in New York. Piscataway Township hosts groundbreaking ceremony, upcoming community center in New Jersey. More right after a short break. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be back shortly. Welcome again, I'm Aditi Lamba and you are watching Vision of Asia South Asian news segment. Beginning the show, let's now take a look at one of the biggest stories of this week, featuring Bollywood star and icon Sushmita Sen in New Jersey. Gathering together Indian Americans and others, the great Bollywood actress graced the 2019 South Asian Empowerment Awards and Gala, organized by Glitz Events and Sai USA. The event proudly honored incredible and pioneer South Asian women for their contributions and efforts in a variety of fields, bringing together the most prominent faces and voices from the South Asian community of New Jersey and more. Former Miss Universe 1994 and much admired Sushmita Sen, with all enthusiasm and encouragement, honored these women while addressing the massive gathering of Indian Americans at the popular Royal Albert's Palace. Much on celebrating South Asian women, their strength, intelligence, and impact, and another successful display of South Asian presence and involvement in New Jersey. Let's take a look at our beginning highlights from the South Asian Empowerment Awards 2019. Talk to me about how it felt having these women on the stage today and giving them that opportunity.
Firstly, I'm truly humbled to be able to pull this show off, to have so many people come in, get together, and we did the South Asian Empowerment Awards with all these people. It was truly amazing. It was like witnessing your dreams. It was like a dream come true, and all these women were like highly respectable women who are doing superb in their fields, and all I want to do is promote them, recognize them, and I want them to shine bright.
Natasha, I have to ask you, bringing such a magnanimous show together with none other than Sushmita Sen must have required a lot of planning, a lot of associations, and a lot of breakdown. For our viewers, I would love for you to give us an insight into all the hard work that you and your team put to present this beautiful show.
Absolutely. It took us like 3 months to put all this together, to have Miss Sen come to New Jersey and give away these empowerment awards to all these women, all these businesses, all these entrepreneurs who are, they belong to the South Asian community. They are making us shine. They are making us proud. Jai Hind.
दिल धड़काए सीटी बजाए बीच सड़क पे नखरे दिखाए सारे हो करके इशारे हो लड़की आंख मारे हो लड़की आंख मारे हो लड़की आंख मारे।
Tahe dil se shukriya. You guys just make it so splendid. This is my second last women's empowerment event in the US. I will go back home with such incredible memories. I just want you all to know that to have a platform like this is a privilege, to recognize women who have done wonders in their own lives and in their own fields is a privilege. And a huge, big thank you and gratitude to my dear friend Bindu Kohli. Give it up for my international promoter. She made all of these 6 cities possible and took me back to a whole new generation जिनसे मैं पहली बार मिल रही हूँ. आप सबका बहुत शुक्रिया. Let's kill it tonight and have a lot of fun. I love you, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah.
Talk to me about, making this idea happen and the feelings that you feel right now.
Well, I'm actually feeling really awesome. I'm very glad and supportive. The event went so good. Sushmita was so friendly and so connected with the audience. She is so humble, and she was everywhere on the stage, calling the kids over, and that's amazing. And the kids comes over when she walked in. She said, you know what, kids, come over. That shows so humble she is. And don't forget, the show was super successful because of you Jersey people who supported us, who believed us.
And for the women, the South Asian women, what do you as a South Asian man really have to say to them?
Bottom line, वो कहते हैं ना, कहावत है, हर आदमी के पीछे किसी औरत का हाथ होता है. तो honestly, that is us. एक तो मेरी partners in crime Natasha and my wife Aditi. So what else? वैसे तो हम लोग Women's Day every day celebrate करते ही हैं. March special month. ऊपर से women empowerment. ऊपर से इतनी ज़्यादा हमें आज पता लगा कि what women are doing. I mean sports, athletes, attorneys. I mean like wow. I mean now our community came together and supported all this event. Now they are very proud and seeing all these women what they are doing. So and everyone happy Women's Day.
Let's now take a look at another story coming in from New Jersey this week. Recently, the Piscataway Township, home to many South Asians in New Jersey, saw a groundbreaking ceremony for Piscataway's upcoming community center to be constructed by summer 2020. The $32 million facility, slated to open in the summer of 2020, will have an aquatic center with 3 pools, a full-size basketball court with an overhead running track, a fitness center with modern exercise machine, dance and art studios, a youth activity room, a community room, along with many other facilities. The project hopes to provide an all-embracing and equipped community center for all of its residents, bringing forth a community of diversity and inclusion under the leadership of Mayor Brian C. Waller and the Township Council. Let's take a look at what key individuals told ITV Gold at the groundbreaking ceremony.
Hi, my name is Kapil Shah. We are here at Piscataway. We are groundbreaking today for community center, and this project is long time project, and we are just groundbreaking today and be ready by July 2020. And our economic development, all the money we use for this one, not a single taxpayer money. And this project started on 2001. We collect a lot of money for bricks, and we also put a new wall there for everybody's name on that. The first time in any town that we are doing live. Every day you go and watch this development, how much they go on that one.
Eternal God, our Heavenly Father, the creator of heaven and earth. We thank you for this beautiful day that thou hast allowed us to gather here at this sacred spot. A dream that has now become a reality. Now, God, we give all to you. Make this a safe haven for this community. Keep all hurt, harm, or danger with it. Keep your protecting arms all around it, that we may be able to be here in harmony.
This is an amazing facility that's being built. I looked at the plans, I looked at what's going to be included in here with the pools and the basketball courts and all the different things. It's huge from what I can see. And that's to the credit of this town, to your mayor and council, to your elected officials at the state level and the county level. I have never been, and I can say this because it's really true. I don't think there's any town in the congressional district that does more in terms of providing services to its residents than your town. And somehow they managed to do it by, getting the money from all different sources, but it's really unique, the work that your elected officials put into making sure that services are available that are great for the community. So that's why I wanted to be here today, and looking forward to when this is completed. From what I can see, Mayor, it won't be long. It looks like you're already out there, so thanks for inviting me.
Hi, Bob Smith, your state senator. I represent Piscataway and another 4 towns. I'm thrilled to be here today to see the community center begin construction. I think it's going to have a tremendous impact on our South Asian community here in Piscataway. A lot of the cultural activities in Piscataway will move to this new location, as well as having other wonderful activities for everybody. Art, culture, physical fitness, you name it. Piscataway has been named one of the best places in America in which to live, at least twice by Money Magazine. And I got to tell you, I think we're going to be named a 3rd time, because this is just a crown jewel in Piscataway's crown. It's a wonderful addition to the town. Can you see yourself coming here, working out, and then going to the library to take out a book? All right, or if you're a senior, same thing, using the facilities, because everything's right here. You can walk to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're right in the center of town. Again, another great concept in planning. So it's available to the the total town. I mean, it really was very, very well thought out.
This site will include not just the aquatic center, but a fitness center, activity areas and meeting spaces, a gymnasium with full locker facilities, a cafe, kitchen, an art studio, and a dance studio. A facility like this is the ideal place for these values to grow and inspire future generations. As we break ground on this new site, we look forward to a place where families, friends, neighbors can meet, create, stay active, and enjoy the best Middlesex County has to offer.
Let me just say, there's a lot of folks to thank for this project, and it certainly took a long time, and there were a lot of hurdles and obstacles along the way. You just heard from the freeholder director. We're really fortunate in Piscataway that we have a freeholder board that loves Piscataway, but more importantly understands the value that county government can have for the different towns within the county. And without the freeholders' support, not just on this project, on numerous projects, whether it's road projects or other things we're doing around town, the freeholders have always been there for the people of Piscataway. We wouldn't be standing here now if it wasn't for the freeholders, and so they really deserve a lot of credit and a round of applause.
I want to thank everybody from Piscataway for coming out at this long-awaited groundbreaking ceremony for our new state-of-the-art community center, which is going to touch the lives of 60,000+ people in Piscataway Township. It's very interesting how Piscataway's come from a colonial town to a high-tech town, and now a state-of-the-art complex that's going to be built out there for the residents' use, not only for this current generation, for several generations to come. Very exciting project, and we look forward to having everybody here for the ribbon cutting.
in Vision of Asia. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back. You are tuned into Vision of Asia, bringing you prime South Asian highlights from all across. Concluding the show tonight, we have highlights from a recent event organized by the popular InterAmerican Arts Council coming in from New York. The council presented a book launch and interactive session with author Rajat Gupta on his new book titled Mind Without Fear in New York City. In the book, Mr. Gupta recalls his unlikely rise from an orphan to an immigrant to an international icon, as well as his dramatic fall in the American corporate and finance world. For 9 years, Mr. Rajat Gupta led McKinsey & Company, the first foreign-born person to hold the world's most popular and influential management consultancy. He was one of the driving forces behind major initiatives in the Gates Foundation and corporations including Goldman Sachs, American Airlines, and much more, before getting himself caught in one of the largest insider trading scandal in the US and serving in the prison. Let's take a look at what the author shared with us and the attendees at the event and more insight into the book.
There's been so much controversy about Rajat as well as his book. And this was great to come here and hear such an honest, straightforward chat about it. So I'm really enjoyed it.
It was an interesting evening. We had a lot of guests, some from his college days. And Rakesh Kaul, our vice chairman, went to college with him, so he was moderating the event. It was an interesting evening, a lot of honest questions back and forth, and he made the case that it is destiny, what he went through, but we were all in awe of him, and the whole event went out very well. Thank you.
When you look back and revisit, what could you have done differently to put that person?
I have perhaps it's a fault. I almost trust everybody blindly. Basically, I trust everybody. And I believe in the goodness of most people. And as a result, what happens is that I place an enormous trust in them in every way. And I believe that the more you trust people, the more you believe in them, the more they will rise to that. Now, sometimes you'll get disappointed. And sometimes people will betray you. But Anita, when most of my kids and everybody generally say, you're way too trusting. And I keep saying, that's the way I want to lead my life, to trust people. And if somebody disappoints me, yeah, it will hurt me, but it'll go on. Now, little did I realize that in this particular case, it would hurt me not a little bit, but a lot.
One of the things that Rajat said was around trust, and I think you're really working with quality people and character, and recognizing sometimes things don't go the way you expect. This was a very good lesson for situations and how to handle when things do not go your way, even though you've done nothing wrong. It's just a cautionary tale of how to protect yourself and making sure that you're associated with the right set of characters and that you've got the right advice and counsel. Counsel literally in terms of legal help, but also just the right set of advisors around you.
They could not prove any criminal intent in any way. They could not prove any benefit that I received. I never traded in it, I never had any financial benefit. However, in court, they kept on saying that I was a 15% owner of Galleon International, which was untrue. They knew it was untrue. More importantly, they knew it was untrue because they had gone through all my financial statements, everything else. In fact, even the president of Galleon said, as far as I know, he never owned anything of Galleon International. Yet, the prosecutors would repeat it time and again at the trial because they wanted to establish some kind of benefit and they couldn't find any. Moreover, in the appeal process, they continued to stress that I own 15% of Galleon International, when they knew it was untrue.
You know, your book, Mind Without Fear, everybody, it talks about giving you a voice that you felt that during your trials and during your experience, you didn't have. When you were trying to portray the voice, what were certain things that you really wanted to highlight that people should know about?
Well, you know, I think I have to say that, you know, you get a lot of time for reflection.
Right.
So, number of things you think about are, and I'm not just talking about me, the justice system is quite broken, lots of issues and problems, a lot of people in prison suffering unnecessarily with long draconian sentences, to be in solitary confinement, for example.
Right.
For 8 weeks, that's like torture. You know.
You were in it 3 times.
Yeah, for minor, you know, it's not anything significant. So those kinds of things need to be highlighted and solved. I also think that it gives you time to reflect on what is important in life and what is not. And the ability to think and detach yourself from all the trappings around you is a very, you know, learning environment. So I enjoyed doing that, reflecting on it. And I think it is important that we take life in perspective, and there will be always ups and downs. And it's not so much what happens to you, is how do you deal with it, with grace, with humility, and so on.
You've been very calm about the procedure. When you ever talk about your prison experience or all the things that you felt were being done unfairly to you, you still have such a strong face when it came to adversity. Where did you gain most of your strength from, and has your family been a huge part of that strength?
It has been, and you know, I lost my parents when I was young. That was the most adversity one could ever think of. And, you know, I'd learned to deal with it. And I think it comes from that strength when we were, the 4 of us, the siblings were orphaned and we were stayed together. And that is a very much a formative years, you learn that. So.
Just talking a little bit more about the book, because I would love for us to reflect on, you know, the theme that you've really brought in the book, which is forgiveness. With your experience in the prison and after that, you've been very open about the fact that you're not trying to go back into the indictment or question it. You are just trying to move on. You're not trying to rectify a reputation. Why did you have that opinion? Because perhaps many people in your situation, Mr. Gupta, would come back and be like, I need to clarify because I never had the time to clarify.
No, I did obviously clarify. I give my perspective in the book.
Right.
But that was not, I'm not trying to relitigate the case.
Exactly.
The case has been done with, dealt with. It's not that our justice system is perfect, it makes mistakes.
Right.
People can judge for themselves. I'm not that, you know, I'm not trying to convince you of my innocence or my, you know, most important is I know I didn't do anything wrong and that's good enough for me. What I really wanted to do was much more to have an authentic book where what kind of emotions you go through, what kind of experiences you go through, and how to deal with life as it, you know, all the challenges it throws at you.
And that is all for the South Asian News segment for tonight. Send us your suggestions to get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. Remember to also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch many of our popular shows for free. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Vision of Asia and I'm Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.